What's up everybody, welcome back to another video within the Generative AI tool series, and in this video we'll be talking about the newly released GPT-4o Mini, which happens to be a nightmare for Google, but let's find out in this video whether it's that good or not. So up till now, if you've been following the OpenAI GPT series, you would know that one of the most cost-efficient models that OpenAI provides happens to be GPT 3.5 Turbo. And the most quality-oriented model provided by OpenAI is GPT-4o. But the pricing is a huge factor, and pricing really matters at scale. Context window really matters at scale. Latency really matters at scale. So if you're building a LLM-based application, which obviously would eventually scale, even if you're building a chatbot, obviously the number of users would eventually at some point increase. And for these use cases, I believe all these flavors really matter a lot. Hence, GPT-4o Mini happens to be like somewhere in the middle and like best of the both worlds. It provides you the cost efficiency of GPT 3.5 Turbo, and hence it provides you the intelligence of GPT-4o, which is kind of amazing. So let's dig into a bit of comparisons. So here we have some of the benchmarking. So we've covered benchmarking in quite a lot of detail. So I have a video which happens to be which is the best LLM. So you guys can go check out that video. I'm gonna hook it up into the cards. So here we have a few benchmarking results, and as you can see, GPT-4o Mini is almost as close as GPT-4o, which is insane. But the good thing is that GPT-4o Mini is topping the charts, and it's almost up there with GPT-4o, which is insane. All right, so let's get our hands dirty with GPT-4o Mini, but alongside we need a few comparisons. So here I'm going to compare GPT-4o Mini with GPT 3.5 Turbo, and let's throw in Gemini Flash, which happens to be Google's most popular small model. So let's ask it a few questions. So I've been using these series of questions for a while to sort of compare different LLM results and also compare them in terms of latency. So I'm going to try this out. So identify the next number in the sequence to 5, 8, 11, and 14. So the difference is 3. The answer should be 17. Let's see. Okay, but Gemini 1.5 Flash was a clear winner. Let's see. Let's copy this. All right, let's clear the chat. Clear, clear, and clear. Almost there, but I believe Gemini 1.5 Flash is still faster. Let's copy this and let's clear this out. So this question was about, what is the value within the so solving the quadratic equation. High school stuff. So this question is about what comes next in the series, A, C, E, G, I. So let's see. Okay, Gemini 1.5 Flash is done. GPT 3.5 Turbo is done. So I see there are a few, lags in terms of latency. Like it's even GPT-4o Mini is even lagging behind GPT 3.5 Turbo. But I'm gonna give it a benefit of doubt. Let's ask it a bit of an easier question. So clear, clear, clear. Let's go. Yeah, almost there, but I believe GPT 3.5 Turbo was the fastest over here. But let's go ahead and talk about, some of the pricing aspects. So this Google Sheet is amazing. It's kind of public, and it sort of compares most of the pricings with different models. So here we have GPT-4o and GPT-4o Mini. So if you just see this particular section, well, compared to GPT-4o, the pricing is almost minus 97%. And for the input token and for the output token, it's minus 96%. So amazing in terms of pricing, of course. So for Claude 3.5 Sonnet, it's like 99% negative. Compared to Gemini 1.5 Pro, so almost like midway, minus 40%, minus 52, and compared to Mistral Large, minus 70 and minus 60%. So pretty decent stuff. Obviously, for the input price per 1 million token is $0.15, which is kind of amazing, and 0.6 for output. So obviously, if you compare this with let's say Gemini 1.5 Flash, so or Haiku even, so it's even lesser than Haiku, and Gemini 1.5 Flash even lesser than this. So I believe the goal of OpenAI was eventually to release a extremely cost-efficient model. Let's go to our favorite site, artificialanalysis.ai, which provides you a great LLM leaderboard along with a few attributes. So in terms of context window, let's see, Gemini 1.5 Pro 2 million, 1.5 Flash 1 million, and GPT-4o Mini is right up here with 128K, which is equivalent to GPT-4 Turbo and 4o as well. So for the in-house competition, it's great. All right, in terms of quality, obviously GPT-4o tops the chart, but GPT-4o Mini is right there with a score of 85. And Gemini 1.5 Flash is 84, so it's almost up there. Obviously, for the output tokens, Gemini 1.5 Flash is a clear winner. And man, I have to scroll it down to actually find GPT-4o Mini. So, nowhere to be found. All right, in terms of latency, we have Gemini 1.0 Pro at 2 seconds. And let's go ahead and find... so GPT-4o is like down there, but this is something we also visualize within the Versal playground, that the latency aspect is lagging behind for GPT-4o Mini in terms of GPT 3.5 Turbo and even Gemini 1.5 Flash. Okay, so the final verdict is that GPT-4o Mini is great, but it's not the best model out there. It has its competition in terms of Gemini 1.5 Flash and even in terms of GPT 3.5 Turbo. It may not be a competition in terms of quality, but in terms of latency or output tokens per second, GPT 3.5 Turbo is still ahead of GPT-4o Mini. So yeah, let's go ahead and put together some piece of code that helps us use GPT-4o Mini. All right, so I'm in VS Code. We have standard stuff here, just same old import statements, .env, OpenAI. Then what we need to do, we need to hook up our OpenAI client with our OpenAI key. And once we're done that, this is where the magic happens. We fill in our chat completion object for creating a response. We specify that we want to use GPT-4o Mini over here. We have a series of messages. So in this case, this happens to be a math assistant. And we are asking about how to calculate the area of trapezium. Then we have some of the attributes regarding the response control. We have temperature 1, max token 256, top is equal to 1. And once we have our response, we're going to break it down and print it. So let's go ahead and run it. So this would be Python, and this may take a while because GPT-4o Mini still struggles in terms of latency, but we have a response. To calculate the area of trapezium, also known as trapezoid, you can do the following. So here you have your formula, pretty decent stuff. Cool. Again, it's not that bad, but I don't think it lives up the hype. A lot of people were calling it a nightmare for Google or a Gemini 1.5 flash killer, but we've gone through this video. We've seen the pricing aspects. We've seen certain attributes regarding the LLM leaderboards and some of the benchmarks and some of the results that has been put together by the community. Obviously, everything directs to the fact that GPT-4o Mini really serves the purpose of, providing a quality-based model at a low price. But the competition is still out there, and there's a long way to go for OpenAI to build a small-scale model that can really rival Gemini 1.5 Flash. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.